a lot of stuff happened, so I have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yay! I
So,
have
huzzah.
comparatively very little, so I guess I will get it out of the way now that I have pressed the record button. Uh, the my results from all of the shit that I did have come back and basically been like, yeah, no, nothing in particular. He's just in shitty health because he doesn't take care of himself. So that's how that is. It is a problem I am fixing.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that is basically where I am on that.
Do you value yourself, young man?
Okay, patient dropping the fucking heavy shit, I guess. Like what the uh so yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for mine. I think. I'm not sure. Hang on. Uh yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Hope your health thing is health get good now. Go.
I,
I don't have much to add. Um, so I'll talk about some stuff that's been going on. Why not? Um, so remember I mentioned before how there was that teacher test project thing I had to pass to get my full credential.
Yes.
So I got the results in, and
you passed.
on it you need to get a 21 to pass, and I got a 21, so I passed it.
Oh, okay.
You
Uh
had me worried.
but by a hair. But take it as a win considering it's a thing you didn't know you needed to do and didn't get to even think about doing until you were already in full-time employment. Like,
It I did need to do it back during my student teaching, and normally you would have a lot of assistance from a lot of other people to do it. Assistance that I did not really get, or honestly, I think that they were a little bit too hands off in my program, which resulted in me having a lot of a harder time there. Um, and then I was like, well, I don't need to do it right now because I'm going to have this thing, and then the thing doesn't go through because I passed a test a long time ago, and then I do need to go back and do it and finish it, and then I do it while working full time, and it's a 50-page project, and yeah, no, I'll take the pass.
yeah, like it's done, so who cares at this point? Like
Yeah,
it's not that you needed to get an A star or whatever the grading system is in your country, for you to have it look good on your resume for your first job. You're already in your first job. All you needed to do was pass. It's fine.
yeah, and to be honest, I think most people pass just barely, from what I've heard. It's because to get full marks, they have a very hyper specific rubric that they use that looks for specific key terms that you need to use in your writing. And if you don't use those specific key terms, you don't get points.
Search term optimization in grading papers. That's just.
That is a little bit. It seems a bit stringent. Would that be a good word here?
Yeah, so I'll have things like, "Oh, you weren't specific enough here," and I'm like, "Well, I think I was. Yeah, I just didn't use the words that you were grading me on."
You didn't use the words that we can like do a control F on to find out whether you talked about them. So that means you didn't talk about them.
Zero, remind me, what demographic are you aiming to be able to teach?
I am teaching elementary school kids. I'm teaching fourth grade.
Okay, so why? I can imagine holding teachers to a high standard. Absolutely, you should hold teachers to a high standard.
And I pay.
But this is just nitpicking. If you're not going to be judging your students like this, why should you judge the teachers like
So
this?
here's in order to get my credential, um, I needed to pass at least two different 6 hour long tests, do two projects just like the one that I just mentioned. This is one of the two, and pass them both. On top of doing the student teaching, on top of an extra to doing all the classes in college on top of the extra classes in the program that I need. It like all this for a job that does not pay that much. So it's ridiculous.
Hmm.
So yeah, being a teacher is great. But hey, I'm not gonna get fired, so that's
Hmm.
good.
It is a very depressing thing when that is considered a positive in a situation.
I
I
get to
mean,
keep my
it's a good
job,
thing,
and I get my
but
credential,
it's
and
more
I'm
the
not going to worry about it.
we shouldn't. We should not be celebrating the absence of bad
I am.
rather than
I've
the
I've
present.
had this freaking sword of Damocles over my head for so long of I need to get this thing done. I need to get this thing done, and now it's gone.
Okay,
Now it's great
when you put it that when you put it that way, fair enough.
because I was originally in a situation where I could not literally pass the thing because the person I went to student teach under had never had to do it before and had no idea how to do it, and I was very much without guidance, and so I ended up in a situation in which I could not turn in what I had, or else I would fail. So I had to reshoot the videos, which I could once the urgent warning came over, and so basically, technically speaking, I should have been able to do this thing 3 years ago, but I couldn't for reasons that were a little bit beyond my control.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so that was 3 years of this thing hanging over my head, which I don't have to worry about anymore. So I'm done.
Hmm.
I'm ecstatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, if it's gone on for that long, I take it back completely. By all means, celebrate this. I'll buy you a cake.
I
This is the part where
I
he tells us that he bought himself a cake.
no, I made a deal with my parents where they're gonna take me to that Brazilian steakhouse that I like.
Oh,
I
yeah, okay, fair enough.
Ooh, the kinds that are all you can eat.
Yes, yes, I listen.
Mm.
Yep, I'm going there. It's gonna be great.
Oh
I'm gonna have a
yeah.
great time. So yeah, that was life-altering news that had caused me massive anxiety during my Thanksgiving break, my week off from work because I'm a teacher. But it's okay.
Hmm.
And then I had a bunch of family come over for Thanksgiving, and everybody was in a good mood. My brother got engaged to his girlfriend, which is really nice.
Oh.
Uh, my sister's getting another job interview, her second job interview, so she'll be working in that. She's getting her psychology degree and everything, so everything's going great with the
Hmm.
family. And I've been doing my big walks and my working out and maintaining my health. I gained a little bit of weight from Thanksgiving, I have to admit, but that's to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
This is in
Take your time.
projections.
Take your time.
Yeah, there was no way I was going to avoid that. I did my best. Oh, I did my best. But yeah, well, what you gonna do? Aside from all of that, real life stuff is going really well right now. Um, I played some video games.
Yeah.
Um, I played there's four video games I want to talk about. Um, one is I finished Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, which is the canonical prequel to Tears of the Kingdom. It is canonical. There's no left field sudden change of how the story's supposed to go. They keep it very much to this is what it should be, and that's good. It really does a lot to help flesh out that story because that story really did need it. My only issue is that my brain tried to do the stupid thing of like, oh, before I go into the next story mission, I have to do all these 17 side missions,
Mm.
which causes major burnout. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't. Like,
this is a Dynasty Warriors game in Zelda packaging. There is a lot of stuff to do. Most of it's not very interesting.
yeah, no. And I was trying to shotgun it because I want to get this game done, right?
Hmm.
Um, I enjoyed it. I'm not going to play it again for. I don't think I'm going to play it again. It gave me what I wanted. I'm fine with it. And if I feel like I'm playing a Warriors game, I'll go to it, but I'm burnt out on Warriors games right now. 100%.
Yeah, here's the thing. When it comes to Dynasty Warriors games, or Samurai Warriors, I guess, is also the same thing. Uh, the trick is you play the shit out of it, you get burnt out on it, and then you swear to never play it again. And then the next one comes out a couple of years later, and you're like, oh, a brand new Dynasty Warriors game that I can play. Cool. And you play it, and it's exactly the same thing, but you can lie to yourself and pretend it's something new.
And you get burnt out on it, and then yeah, the cycle repeats.
Yep.
Uh, so the other Nintendo game that I played was Kirby Air Riders.
I watched I'm
Uh,
never playing a Nintendo game again. We've been over this. I watched the Let's Play, and that looks like a fun game.
it
It
is
looks like a
very,
Kirby
very
game
fun.
also, in
It's
terms of
very, very
narrative.
fun. It is very chaotic. It's a Kirby game, and I love that about it. I played the original Kirby Air Riders back on the GameCube, and so that was a game that I rented and really, really enjoyed. It was back in the day of Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or whatever, when you could rent games like that. And it was a ton of fun, really, like a ton of fun. Uh, and yeah, the new one is really, really fun. Especially, I did some multiplayer with some friends, and we had a blast.
Did you do the story?
I'm working my way through the story. There's multiple elements to the story in terms of multiple pathways and other things. So,
Okay. Have how far have you gotten into the let's call it the main story of doing a route through the story?
I made it to like the third stage, and then I paused.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure how far that is into the narrative. There was a thing I wanted to mention, but I'm gonna not, for the sake of
Yeah,
not spoiling zero.
don't mention it because
Yeah.
I'm gonna work my way through it.
Yep.
But that was great. And then I got distracted by another thing, which is I decided to go and play the game Dispatch, which is a game in which you are playing. It's a superhero world game, and you are playing a hero who your identity is a mecha man. Your entire thing is you don't have powers, but you have a big mecha that you control. And in the intro of the game, the mecha gets destroyed, and so a superhero agency just comes up to you and says, "Hey, we're gonna help you with repairing your big robot, so you can go back and be a hero again. But
Yeah.
in the meantime,
To,
for
to
us, you'll
clarify
work as a
to clarify a little bit, it's like your Iron Man's son, who is not as smart as he is, but more heroic than he is. He built the suit. You don't know how to fix it.
yeah." And so you then decide to work as a dispatch agent, kind of being the guy in the chair telling heroes where to go and assigning which heroes to go where. And you get assigned the Phoenix team, like from the Phoenix program of former villains who are now trying to be heroes.
Yeah, that is a neat like the Telltale game. Like this is modeled after like the Telltale games. It's literally made by former Telltale devs, and
Yes.
that's a thing that was kind of a problem with Telltale games was they didn't really have a gameplay through line to tie the narrative stuff together, so it was just sort of basic, hey, do some quick time events and you can walk around in some scenes a little bit, and that's about all you got. But this has like an actual gameplay thing that's
Yeah.
integrated into the narrative that actually works and is gameplay.
Yeah, and you get to choose which heroes go where, and it's a whole gameplay loop that I feel was pretty easy to pick up and figure out how it works. And I had a really, really good time with this game. I think it's not very long if you just do one route, but I mean it's a Telltale game essentially, where you can do all sorts of different routes and choices. And I might go back and play through it again. Overall, I think the writing is very, very solid. There's some parts that I do have issues with, in terms of I think that some points are a little bit feebler than others. Where there's one plot point where I look at this and it's like this literally is not a good reason for this character to do this thing. Like this is legitimately not a good reason,
Yeah.
and it's not given enough information as to why this character would think to do this particular thing for this reason. It feels like plugging a hole with flex tape, you know?
Mm.
It but aside from like those few issues that I have, overall, I had a great time. I miss playing like good Telltale games with story and choice and stuff like this. So I was hooked. That's why I kind of like shotgunned it and beat the game through like all 8 episodes of it.
Mm.
Um, Game is made in collaboration with Critical Role, so like all the Role voice actors play at least some part,
Mm.
um, and they all do a really good job. I couldn't tell for most of them. The Laura Bailey, I could immediately
Yeah.
clock as instantly.
And they also got a bunch of YouTubers to get in on that, and from what I have
Yeah.
heard, they acquit themselves pretty damn well.
Yes, they did. The most obvious one is Jacksepticeye, who,
Yeah,
you
it's a
know,
bit hard to not notice his voice a little bit.
but he was the only one I noticed of the YouTubers, which
Yeah,
is saying something.
there was also Moist Critical, and Alana Pierce is the demon lady that everyone wanted to romance but couldn't.
Yeah, me too. No, it was really good experience. I would recommend it if you've ever liked any of the Telltale games or any stories, games where you have like meaningful choices. Um, I'm gonna recommend it. It's a ton of fun.
Get back to us on that replay if you do it, because that is actually worth noting as a point of like, hey, Telltale / David Cage games, they often tout like, hey, we have narrative choices that really matter and make a big impact. Don't play it a second time.
Hmm?
So, you know, get back to us on if a second playthrough actually does have meaningful differences in how some things go.
Yeah, I will get back to you on that. If I decide to do a second playthrough.
Hmm.
To be honest, I'm really just kind of happy with the run that I had. So it's kind of like, I don't really want to,
Hmm.
but I mean, I might as well. Uh, but yeah, the last video game related thing I want to talk about is stuff is going to be coming out for the next patch of Final Fantasy 14.
Hmm.
And they are doing something that has me excited for the game again. The next patch, which comes out next month, or technically this month, if you're hearing this when this podcast comes out,
Hmm.
um, they are removing the class restriction on gear for glamour.
Yeah, so you can just wear whatever you want. Yeah.
So you can just wear whatever you want,
Hmm.
which fixes my biggest glaring issues with everything. So I'm happy now.
Yeah, that makes sense. No one is particularly looking for the armor set when they're in the middle of a raid for who needs healing or like defense buffs or whatever. So it's like, yeah.
If it's just for glamour, that just means, oh, hey, this is I want to look good, and that's that,
Mm,
right?
yeah,
That's kind of it.
yeah.
Because like you can have your normal gear that's good for you, that's good for your stats, but it's the glamour system that is just like, okay, listen, I main this one class, but this other class has all of the colors of gear that I like, and I want to use that class's gear here because that makes me happy. And the
Mm.
game's like, no, but now it's going to be like, yes, and that makes me happy.
It makes for
Like,
some like nice mix and match options when it comes to like clothing, like you couldn't do before.
yeah, exactly. Like, there's so many different options that immediately open up, and I'm looking at different gear from different sets. I mean, like, I could make something that looks really good
Mm.
from this, and it really adds to the amount of like customization that you can do. Um, yeah, I'm a big fan of that change. I think that sticking to the previous way had been kind of getting stale for a long time because once you're at like the end game, everybody's just wearing casual clothes anyways.
Mm.
That's the glamour, right?
Yeah, I do remember seeing in somebody's like raid stream or something, and it was just a guy in jeans and t-shirt. And okay, fair enough.
Yeah, at a certain point, it's just like I'm just gonna wear the gear that's good for literally every class because why not?
Yeah, like if they have like gear that is specifically made for glamour, so you could just wear it whenever, that's cool. But like that's why people would gravitate towards those for glamour and nothing else, because if there are class restrictions for, say, warrior class, whatever, gladiator, I don't fucking remember. Warrior is the class,
Yeah,
yes, I remember. If there are class restrictions for that, you can't wear like robes and shit, but you want to, then that just means you're going to gravitate to the thing that you can wear for every class, and that kind of sucks. It is actually kind of limiting in the glamours that you can use regularly. It's weird.
yeah, and so that rekindled my fire to get back into playing more Final Fantasy 14 again
There's a fan fest coming up,
because
right? Don't they?
yeah,
Are we waiting for an expansion trailer at this point, or is that a bit further out?
um, let me. I think there was a trailer. Oh no, not for the expansion for the patch. For an expansion stuff, they might start hinting at expansion stuff at FanFest.
Yeah, I've.
Well,
If I remember the cycle of how it goes, you get a kind of shitty and short trailer for the American Fan Fest, then a longer one for the European, and then an even longer one, like a full trailer for Japan. Is how it's supposed to
yeah,
go. I think the American one's coming up.
I think so. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
patch usually goes like we're at 7.4 is coming out. They usually go up until like 7.55, and then you have to wait for the next expansion.
Right. So
Um,
yeah, we've still got some time to wait on it. Fair enough.
so we still got some time, but from what they've been saying, they're like we've been working on this next expansion to basically re change things in a really big way.
Hmm.
Is how they've been saying it. And I mentioned before that like one of my biggest complaints with Dawn Trail was they wanted this to be like, oh hey, it's a new Realm Reborn, new start of a story and everything, and it was more of the same.
Hmm.
So if they're gonna go the extra mile and be like, we're gonna do some huge shakeups and change a lot of things and how things work, then I'm down for that. I don't just want more of the same, you
Yeah.
know?
Reinvention is a thing that they have past experience in. It was a while ago, mind you, but
Yeah. Um, but yeah, 7.4 is going to come out. That's coming up with the Glamour update, new items, new trial, new dungeon, new story stuff. Whole bunch of stuff, even new PvP stuff. Really just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to find a train in it as a trial. It's called Hell on Rails. I'll post this in the Discord so you can see. This is Hell on Rails. You fight a train.
I'm trying to remember which ones the trials were. Were those the 8-man
They
raids? Not raids, but
the
like
eight man boss fights.
yeah, okay.
So yeah, and then they'll also have the last sort of savage raids come out. So it's gonna be like it comes out December 16th, that new patch.
Mm.
So I've been trying to just catch up on some stuff so I'm ready for it
Mm.
because that's gonna be a lot of fun to go through.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, so that's all the video game stuff I want to talk about. Then we can talk about the award show later. But I also read a book.
Cool.
It's called The Man Who Died Seven Times by Yasuhiko Nishizawa. I picked it up at Barnes Noble because I picked up a couple books just to read over the break. It is a time loop murder mystery in which our main character happens to have an ability where it's ever since he was a kid, some days will just loop 9 times for him. And in particular, this time loop happens right as his grandpa gets killed on the day that his grandpa dies. And so he has basically these 8 sort of loops to try to figure out what's going on and to prevent possibly his grandfather's death.
Hmm.
And there's a whole bunch of interfamily drama because, you know, the grandfather is very wealthy and has a big inheritance that he can leave behind, and two of his daughters have been cut ties with the family when like the grandfather was more heartbroken over the loss of his wife and more like poor, but now everybody's coming back to get his money, and so everybody wants a piece of
Oh,
the pie.
uh, this is hitting a little close to home.
So
Oh
there's a
boy.
lot of interpersonal drama between the different cousins and aunts and everyone, and hence you can see why the murder mystery happens in this one mansion.
It does sound like a rather interesting tale, but the title of the book rather implies that he succeeds in the end.
Um, well, there's a lot of elements to this that are interesting because the loop is going to continue no matter what. There's nothing you can do to end the loop early. He can't take steps that could prevent the death, but then the death could happen in the next loop. It's only the last loop that matters.
Fair enough.
Right, okay.
So then you end up through these different loops. Our main character, whose name is Hisataro, um, has to go through and kind of understand the inner workings of this family drama and what's going on and who's going where and what's going on. And oh my gosh, these two cousins are fucking and doing other things. And so trying to sort out how can we deal with this situation.
Right, this was a Japanese novel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay.
Yep. And so it's it's really good. There were some things that completely caught me off guard, and some elements of mystery that I predicted that I was totally off on, and it had some really good twists. So I recommend it. It's The Man Who Died Seven Times by Yasuhiko Nishizawa.
Cool.
I'll
Um,
definitely look into that myself.
nice. My next book I'm going to be reading is The Magician of Tiger Castle by Louis Achar, the author of Holes.
Okay.
It's apparently it's a fantasy story. I'm interested to see what it's about.
I will admit I am only vaguely aware of holes as a thing that exists.
I read it when I was a kid once, and I really liked it. So
I read the
I
book, but I'm more familiar with the movie.
yeah, most people are. I think the book is better than the movie, but I mean, I haven't read the book in a long time, and books are usually better than their adaptations. So
Yeah, the book was more widespread than the movie was. It was a more complete story, I think, but
mhm.
the movie was mostly faithful in an adaptation. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, that's just part and parcel of doing adaptations. You have the original that is made for the medium it is and was tailor made for it, and then any adaptation is trying to mash a square peg through a round hole. That's just how that works.
yeah. I was going on another note. I was going to be watching Stranger Things, the new season. However, my um, when we started watching it, everything got interrupted because that's when I got the news of my scores for my test project thing.
Hmm.
And then also my nephew was kind of bouncing off the walls, so we were just like, we'll do it later.
Hmm.
So haven't seen that. I've been watching an anime, Togen Aniki. I watched the first episode of that. Um, so far, enjoying it. It's a story about Momotaro's versus Oni, essentially. Kid gets adopted by a former Momotaro, remember this Momotaro agency, it's modern day,
Hmm.
and he has Oni blood and is now being hunted for it. And Oni transformations are super cool,
Hmm.
where they use blood as their main sort of power source. This is
That makes sense.
I like when they do like a power system based off blood is always kind of cool. Um, Dead Man Wonderland got a lot of usage out of that, and I haven't really seen a good example that comes to mind in terms of like an actual anime,
I mean,
in a while.
vampires are cool when they're allowed to be cool. Just saying.
Yeah, they are when they're allowed to be cool.
Yeah.
Um, Code Vein used blood as well, but I mean, it's in the name,
Mm.
and that's not really a show. Um, but yeah, uh, I'll report back on that once I watch more of that.
Of course, there's
And
also Bloodborne. Just
yeah, but it's a game. Um, yeah. So yeah, basically everything's going pretty well. I've been enjoying my time with different forms of media, trying to read more, work out more,
yeah.
and going good.
Patient, how's it going? How you doing?
Well, well enough. A workout, going slowly but steadily, and
As long
things
as it's
seem to be
consistent.
looking up. Yeah,
Slowly but steadily is still going.
Yep.
yeah. Presently, what I'm aiming for is 3 times a week I'm doing exercises that my trainer has taught me for. Have I mentioned that I got a trainer?
Yes. It was a while ago though,
Yeah.
so I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing him once a week since then. He's taught me a few exercises, so basically 3 times a week I'm doing the exercises he's taught me, and then twice a week at the moment I'm walking on the treadmill for half an hour, keeping my heart rate between 150 and 160 BPM, which is quite strenuous. It's near my maximum limit, so it's getting a lot done in a little time.
Yeah.
The amount of sweat that results from it is making it clear that I'm doing good work.
Yeah.
And bit by bit, I can see the effects. The issue is keeping them and keeping my appetite in check as well.
My big recommendation, make sure you're drinking lots of water.
That hasn't been an issue for me ever since I got a kidney stone a few years back.
Okay. It's just sometimes the body confuses hunger and thirst, and drinking a lot of water can help.
I've
As
heard
well
that.
as just
Sorry, hold on.
okay.
And I have mentioned previously that it gets harder to recognize thirst in general, just as you get older. Is also a thing.
Yeah, unfortunate, but 'tis true. 'Tis true. But yeah, I'm making good progress.
Good to hear.
Which is to say I'm staying consistent. Hopefully one of these days I'll actually drop enough that I'll have to buy a new belt. That'll be good. So, beyond that, Thanksgiving went nice. My family celebrated on Tuesday since it was the only day both of my siblings had off. It was relatively modest but enjoyable. It was just my siblings, my parents, my sister-in-law, and myself. There was ham and potatoes and green beans and rolls and baked beans and pineapple upside-down cake for dessert.
Baked beans, really?
So, baked beans, yes. It's a pretty common dish for Thanksgiving, as far as I've heard.
Okay.
Listen,
Right.
I took a picture of my plate. I got the
damn it, I
turkey
hate you
leg and the
guys.
stuffing.
My turkey day's not for a month.
Gonna have to wait.
Is that stuffing in the middle?
That is stuffing in the middle.
That's a lot of stuffing.
Mm-hmm. Never
Family recipe stuffing.
Never been over. I've never been overly fond of stuffing.
Then you
Honestly,
haven't
I've
had
never
my
been overly
family
fond.
stuffing.
Okay, I will admit that, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I am too fond of stuffing. I eat it on its own because it's good.
Yeah.
Like,
It's It's one of those things where I've had stuffing that is like from other sources that are not my family, and they're always I just hate it. I hate it.
I mean, if it's fresh made, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fresh made is good. Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike the stuffing that my family makes. It's just I don't feel like I'm missing anything if I don't get any.
Mm.
Give me the meat, the potatoes, the bread and butter, the vegetables. But I can pass on the stuffing. So yeah, there was that on Tuesday.
Mm.
Just some pleasant time together with the family, and my uncle, my mother's brother, briefly came into town on Thursday, and we saw him for the first time in quite some time. Ever since their mother passed a few years ago, there hasn't been much occasion for them to get together.
Mm.
So yeah. Yeah. So there. Beyond that, work continues to be work. It's it's fine as long as I have some good luck to hit my quotas, but it's draining, especially when the company seems to think that they're not micromanaging us enough on a week-to-week basis. So yeah, I will hopefully have an interview this week as a receptionist at a local gym, the one that my trainer works at primarily.
Mm.
And it'll be part-time to start, most likely. So that'll be putting me at 2 jobs, and that'll be interesting.
Mm.
But I'll take the additional money, and hopefully it'll help me get my foot in the door for not only a better job that doesn't literally give me gray hair, but it should also make me much more inclined to exercise, considering I'll be working
Yeah.
at a gym.
If you are right there when your shift ends and you're like, maybe I should do some exercise.
Yes.
Like, if you're right there, it's hard to argue
Exactly.
against it.
Exactly, yes. Unless you're on an empty stomach, so I'll just need to make sure that that's not the case. I've tried exercising on an empty stomach before. It doesn't go well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beyond that, not too much else going on. Just time goes on, and it goes on too quickly. I haven't done much of my Christmas shopping yet because rent payment is due tomorrow, and then I get my Christmas bonus on Thursday and my paycheck on Friday. So I'll be doing a lot of shopping once I've gotten a lot of money.
Mm.
I already have most of my lists ready. My apologies for not getting either of you anything.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's all right.
So yeah, already looking forward to Christmas time. It has always been my favorite time of the year. So I'll look forward to it as much as I can. Also, prayers and good wishes would be welcome for a close friend of mine. I have finished editing his book, and he is in the process of going through the final edits himself, and he will be presenting it to be published within a week. So, yeah.
Going through
Deadline
a publisher
is
or self-publishing?
Going through a publisher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this isn't the first time that I've edited a book for him and we presented it to be published. In fact, I think it's the third. And we're hoping that we're believing that this time will be the one where the book makes it through. They can get their foot in the door and start publishing more good books. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Optimistic. So more good wishes for that would be most welcome. Yeah.
Yep.
If it does go through, I'll be sure to share the title of it.
Please do.
Just yeah. Beyond that, not a whole lot going on. Other stories that I'm working on in the background, and well, I got a new entertainment center. I was talking to my trainer about needing to take advantage of the Black Friday deals to do it, and it turned out he was in the process of moving out of his house and had just put up the entertainment center for sale that very day.
Oh, timing.
Yeah. Yep. A very, very nice entertainment center. I've been needing a new one for a while since my parents gave their old TV to me when they bought a new, even bigger one. But it's just been gathering dust for a few months since we didn't have a stand big enough for it. So, but now we finally got it, and it was doing great up until we blew a fuse or something yesterday, and now we have to wait for someone to come and fix it tomorrow. Not on the TV, on the apartment itself, somehow. And I mean, I have the fuse box in my room. We've tried doing something about it, and nothing is working. So it's a bit annoying. But anyway, back to the point. Really nice, like $500 entertainment center. He gave it to me for $220. It was like new, honestly.
Nice.
And now I'm faced with a dilemma because he also has a very nice genuine leather couch and love seat that he's also willing to sell for $300 together, both. Now, if only we had the space. So yeah, I'm conflicted because I'm considering doing it anyway, which I don't think I should do, but I'm still considering doing it. I mean, I could definitely use one of them. It's both of them that is concerning. But I'll deal with that eventually. So yeah, just overall things are going well, looking up, and just needs to keep it consistent. It's a very, very long path, but I'll make it as long as I keep moving forward.
Yeah. I did ring my mom and ask about like Christmas shopping and stuff like today, and she was like, "Yeah, I've got you something for Grandma, and also I bought these two things for myself, so they can be from you, and that's fine." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes life so much easier. Thank you." So half of my Christmas shopping is done. That is very nice.
That is very nice.
Anything else, patient?
I did
some
shopping. I was just going to say I did some Christmas shopping already because it's Cyber Monday.
Yeah, that's basically why I was calling my mom. Like, I've been trying to get in touch with her all weekend because Black Friday bollocks and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's nothing else, patient, is what you said? I didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Game Awards happened a couple weeks ago, but I forgot that they happened the last time we were supposed to record, and also I was busy with it.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the list. Game Awards nominees. So, a bit ago, me and Zero recorded a thing that was like, hey, here's why Expedition 33 should win all the things.
Yeah.
That was supposed to come out and didn't for multiple reasons. One, I'm a lazy shit and don't do things that I should do. But more importantly, it didn't come out great for a few different reasons. Like, if I remember right, that was the time we were recording where Zero had to not wake the baby.
Yeah.
So the audio didn't come out especially well. And also, 90% of that discussion of why Expedition 33 should win all the things was me figuring out things that I didn't like about it and nitpicking the thing to death. Alongside talking about how good the fucking writing was. So, bit against the purpose is what that was. So, we can kind of talk about that in a small scale now, I think, is what we can do.
Yeah.
As we talk about other games and nominees and such. Let's start with the showstopper, because that's always a good idea. Game of the Year nominees are Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong, Hades 2, Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Do we have any... I'm going to be surprised if it's not Silk Song, just because it's been hyped up for this long and it was not a disappointment.
I'm going to spoil how this is going to go for the rest of this segment. Expedition 33 has been nominated for 14 different awards. Just say.
Yes. And if I would say I've played a good amount of games this year.
You have played Donkey Kong and I have not, so
I've played through
Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I've played Silk Song,
and I can say that there is one game that I keep thinking about, and it's just Expedition 33.
Yeah. You're a little quiet. I think you're off the mic.
Sorry, I was adjusting my seat.
Yeah. I have played Hades 2, and it is a pretty good game. I still have not gone back to finish it after they patched in the updated ending. My apologies. It is still not a patch on Expedition 33. It's just not. It is a very good game. It is just not even close. So yeah, my expectation is that Expedition 33 will win this. If not Expedition 33, I would say Silk Song is probably going to take it. Just like it's a race between those two, which is kind of cool. That like all the big players are just not even really in consideration.
I will say the one thing that would knock against Silk Song is much more difficult than Hollow Knight.
It is a lot of journalists that are going to be like the entire panel of judges is journalists, and that's
which has prevented a lot of people from finishing it. That's the only knock I have against Silk Song.
Yeah. Game direction is a bit more contentious, I'm going to say. Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and Split Fiction. Everyone loves Joseph Ferris, who is the head of Hazelight Studios, Split Fiction. So,
yeah.
I haven't played that game yet, but I have wanted to since I saw the trailer.
Everybody who's ever told me about Split Fiction has raved about it.
Yeah.
So
it is a neat game from what I understand, and it does what it's trying to do. What it is trying to do is arguably not that great. Like, the narrative is not amazing, but this is not the best narrative award. Narratives about narrative are generally not amazing. So, yeah, in terms of direction, I don't know. I feel like it's still Expedition 33 is the front runner, but literally everything else on this list is much closer than they are for Game of the Year.
Yeah, agreed. I've even played Ghost of Yotei, and like
It
I
does
know.
some cool things that I will talk about in other awards.
Okay. Then there was best adaptation, which is a Minecraft movie,
Uh,
Devil May Cry
I
last
feel like we
season.
need to be looking at the same list because we're going to go in different orders.
Okay. Okay. Send me a list to go off
Okay.
of so I can follow along with you.
Here you
'Cause
go.
I have
That is the
two
game
for-
of the year one. Just click through the buttons to.
Okay, got it.
So
Thank you.
next one is game direction, and then best narrative is the third in the list as far as the Game
Okay.
Awards site is concerned.
Okay.
So Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghosts of Yotei, You're Seeing a Pattern, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and Silent Hill F.
I've heard really, really good things about Silent Hill F, but I haven't played it.
That's nice. Expedition 33. Like, if there is one award in the smaller awards that Expedition 33 would win, it's probably music.
Yeah.
But also this.
Yeah, no. This is a slam dunk, though.
Yeah.
I was trying to give like some credit.
Yeah,
for-
give some flowers. Funny because Silent Hill F is the flowers motif. But, yeah.
Best art direction feels actually difficult.
I have talked about how Expedition 33, every frame of painting, it's very cool. The environments they use for it are kind of boring and not interesting, which is the same as boring. But that kind of represents how their environment design is because it all looks the goddamn same in every level.
I think I would give this one to Silk Song. I think Silk Song's art direction is really good and really solid. It looks like it from all the different areas and the area design, and the game looks better than Hollow Knight, and Hollow Knight already looked great.
This is one of those where I do need to talk about some of the cool things that Ghosts of Yotei does.
Okay.
Because what Ghosts of Yotei... people that played Ghosts of Tsushima...
Me? Yes.
Yes. You might remember that they had an alternative mode that was Kurosawa mode in that game.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
basically just turned everything black and white. It didn't do anything else. It's black and white now. That's Kurosawa. Ghosts of Yotei takes it several steps further by instead of just like taking out all the color and leaving it with all the same like just cinematography. I don't know the term for it, but like lighting and everything is all the same, so it just doesn't quite look right as far as how a black and white movie would look. Yotei actually goes out of its way to adjust the saturation of things and adjust how everything does look, like all the character models and all the textures and everything, so it does look like a black and white movie properly. And for a thing that I was just for the sake of mentioning it now because I'm talking about it, the sound direction as well also changes, so the audio is a lot more crunchy and sounds like old black and white films because of how they recorded the sound for those as well.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah, and they have multiple modes like that for different directors, film directors, of trying to ape how their films look and sound. And that's really fucking cool.
That is really cool.
I just want to give like full props for that because there were people that complained about the Kurosawa mode that it was just like kind of you just made it black and white. That's not the same thing. And they were like, okay, cool. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna do it properly this time, and they did. So that I need to give props for that one. And if it won Best Art Direction, I would say yeah, probably deserved. I would not argue that in this case.
Yeah. Now you've told me that, I wouldn't argue with that either. I mean, already Ghost of Tsushima looked beautiful, so
Yeah.
Yeah, we can move on.
Score and music, like fucking Christ, this is not a contest. But you know, Christopher Larkin for Silk Song, Darren Korb for Hades 2, Lorien Testar for Expedition 33, Toma Otoa for Ghost of Yotei, and Woodkid and Ludwig Forsell, apologies for pronunciations, for Death Stranding 2. Yeah, it's Expedition 33. Yeah.
Expedition 33. I like Woodkid, and I'm going to say Expedition 33.
Yeah, Darren Korb does great work on the Hades games and like probably every other game that Supergiant does. Like good composer. Sorry, it's not your year. I'm sorry.
No, the competition's too strong here.
Yeah.
Best audio design.
Yeah, I've said my piece for Yote on that one, but Battlefield 6, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, and Silent Hill F. I don't know. I would give Expedition 33 any particular props for the sound design, except maybe some of like it sounds and feels good when you parry, and a lot of that is down to the sound of it.
I haven't played Silent Hill F, but this is a gut feeling that I feel like this one might actually go to it, because any sort of like horror game is going to have good sound design if it's well regarded.
Yeah. So I'm honestly not sure of this one. This is the one that would least surprise me if Expedition 33 doesn't take it.
Yeah.
Best performance. This is a category. So we have Ben Starr, who played Verso in Expedition 33. We have Charlie Cox, who played Gustav in Expedition 33. We have Jennifer English, who played Mael in Expedition 33.
Yeah. And then 3 other people.
Yep. And 3 other people. We have Erika Ishii, who played the protagonist in Ghost of Yote. We have Konatsu Kato in Silent Hill F, protagonist again. And Troy Baker for playing Indiana Jones. Let's be perfectly fair. Troy Baker did a fantastic job playing Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Like, that is a very good impression, and that is a very good performance as well. Like, those are 2 different things, and he does both of them very well.
Yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if Expedition 33 takes this, because they have half the people here.
Yeah,
so,
kind of.
I mean, it's kind of like, yeah. The question is which one, but
yeah,
I mean, honestly...
Charlie Cox has actually basically said, hey, don't pick me, functionally, because he, in an interview, said, I appreciate the nomination, but I feel like a lot of the credit for my performance does go to the motion capture actor who... really brought that character to life in like the movements and gestures and mannerisms, and I just stood in a booth for 4 hours. Now, I would push back on that a lot. Of like, he shouldn't undersell himself like that. Yes, it was 4 hours of voice recording. That's still acting, and just because you got it right really quickly doesn't mean that it wasn't like a really good performance.
I'm kind of, if I were to not count like Charlie Cox and just say it's between Ben Starr and Jennifer English, I'm kind of torn on that one, like genuinely.
I know who I would pick. I would pick Ben Starr.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was leaning to.
Purely for one ending where he doesn't even have lines, he just has to breathe, and it is heart-rending.
Yeah. There's a lot more nuance that he puts into the character, and I think he does a very good job of doing.
Mael doesn't really get much to do aside from being kind of a teenager for one half of the game, and then just kind of being smug and superior and kind of an asshole for the other half of the game. It's not great. She gets some moments, but not enough to sell as much, unfortunately. Like, massive credit for her performance, but she didn't get as much to work with, sadly.
Yeah.
Innovation in accessibility. Now, this should be a category I care about, but it isn't, unfortunately. Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atomfall, Doom the Dark Ages, EA Sports, FC 26, really? Okay. And South of Midnight. Yeah, I don't... Unfortunately, I don't know enough about accessibility outside of my niche, which is, hey, let me change the UI and font size, please.
Yeah, there's a button on the site to learn more about the nominees, which breaks down why each one of them was chosen.
Oh.
Gives you a full explanation. It's a lot to read right now in the middle of a live audio recording.
Yeah, I should have looked into this before, but, you know... I'm happy to say I don't feel confident in actually criticizing any of them positively or negatively, sadly.
Yeah, me neither. So, I'm gonna say I can't really say anything on games for Impact either.
Yeah, no, I this is going to sound really shitty to say it this way, but I don't look to video games to get like brownie points for being a good person. Like, and that's what a lot of these nominees kind of feel like. Not all of them.
How can you measure impact? It feels like such a nebulous category.
Yeah, it's a weird one, and I get why it's there. Celebrating people that are trying to like have a positive impact in the world. That is an absolutely valid award. I don't know.
It feels weird to pick one having more impact, though, is the thing.
That is an odd thing to measure. That is an odd thing to judge. That feels like a thing that should be a curated award that is not voted on by people.
I agree. Best ongoing.
Okay, this is 1 for 0, maybe. Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky.
Listen, I'm going to vote for Final Fantasy XIV and let me put the clothes on that I want, so that's fine.
They allow me to dress myself. They're my favorite.
I know, it's great. I went on a whole rant before about how I had purple that I could not dye on this one piece of gear for my one class, but now I can get the piece of gear that doesn't have the undyeable purple, and so now I'm happy with them again.
Yeah.
I am on the mic.
Yeah. I feel like this is one where Fortnite might take it because it had a weird resurgence, and I don't know why. Because I don't give a shit about Fortnite. But
I also heard it, like, I don't know, it was going downhill, and then it's coming back. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Marvel Rivals, I would not be surprised if it takes it, though. Because it's Marvel Rivals, and everyone fucking loves it still.
Helldivers 2 apparently had a resurgence as well.
Yeah, all these live service games seem to be doing okay, despite everyone saying, "Hey, no one wants live service games." It's almost like you want good ones or something.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I wouldn't be surprised if 14 doesn't take this though, because I mean, a lot of people fell off it. Yeah, a lot of people,
and it is a stacked category in this case.
Yeah.
Community support, Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. Who has the best customer service? Like, I don't give a shit.
Baldur's Gate 3 had really, really good community support, so I could see it taking it.
I mean, sure, but this year?
I don't know. This year feels like it's lasted 3 years. My brain doesn't categorize that sort of information anymore.
Yeah, that is a difficult one to judge for a particular year.
Me personally, I feel like time has been simultaneously dragging on and rocketing forward ever since the pandemic. Like, how is it already Christmas time again? Where did 2025 go?
Still November when we're recording this. Still November. It's not December yet.
Well, for me, 2025 went in a hail of like horrible circumstances that slapped me in the face like 100 times. So, you know, it's a little harder to like forget and feel nebulous time in that circumstance. But, you know,
I'm just happy I have job security.
May 2026 be far, far better for you.
Yeah, one can hope. Independent game. Absalom.
Yeah, so...
Sorry?
No, I was just like, yeah, no, I know which one's winning that.
So, what? Okay.
But you got Absalom, Ball, X Pit, Blueprints, and then...
Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight. Silksong. This is a contentious category because most of these entrance nominees have publishers, which would make them not independent games. One of these is like a fairly large production. It is considered AA. I would argue it's kind of AAA in terms of budget, but no, it was like 6 million. It's like not. It's AA.
It's AA.
But yeah, like a lot. This is a weird category, just in general, of like, hey, these aren't independent games at all.
Yeah, I don't think Expedition 33 should be here, but it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Fucking Silk Song's gonna win it. Like, let's not mince words.
Maybe.
Like, if we took all of the criteria that should exclude most of these games, Hades 2 should win it. Because that is a fully independent game with no publisher. They self-published it. It is a small team. And it is the best of the 2 games that are like that. So, you know.
Yeah. Anyway.
But if we ignore the fact that the criteria is shit, Silksong will win it.
Yeah. Best debut indie game.
There was, I believe it was Megabonk that was a nominee for this, but he withdrew himself because he had made other games before. So he was like, yeah, I shouldn't be on this. Fair play to him. Good job. I think it was Megabonk anyway.
Yeah. Blueprints, Expedition 33, Despelot, and Dispatch.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think Expedition 33 is just going to sweep, I think it's going to win. But I feel like Dispatch is a really good debut indie game.
I would say the same with Blueprints.
I haven't played it, so I can't really comment on it.
I don't know. That one's a tricky category. I'm not gonna lie. Debut indie is always a weird one.
Yeah, that one is tricky. Well,
best mobile game. Destiny Rising, Persona 5, The Phantom X. Don't play it. Sonic Rumble, Umamasume. Sorry, Jeff Keighley, I pronounced it wrong. And Wuthering Waves. Umamasume is gonna take it.
I think I vote for the horses.
Yeah. Did you see
out of all of the?
Did you see the Wooly Versus episode about Umamasume?
Yes, I did. And I was just like, listen.
I am a man absent joy.
The thing that's really interesting is the stuff that normally puts people off, like the idol stuff gets like thrown to the side as like a vestigial thing, which is like, no, we want to see horse racing. This is just horse racing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're a little quiet again, my dude.
I don't know why. I'm like right here next to
No,
my mic.
I'm good.
Fuck. That is me accidentally opening Chrome and thus whole YouTube video started playing. My apologies. Listeners, is what I'm saying.
Best VR, don't care.
Sorry. I was in the middle of talking about mobile games. Persona 5, The Phantom X, don't play it.
Don't play it.
That is, admittedly, that is me from playing it on launch. Apparently there were some updates that made it better. It is also like, most of a year through its existence, and they are like shotgunning content into people's faces because they're trying to catch up to China. I still kind of say don't play it. Anyway.
And I will say one thing on Wuthering Waves. I played that game when it first came out, and apparently it's gotten really, really good like since then. But it was a really not great time during the launch. So
I have heard it has gotten better, but I have also heard it is not. The story is kind of shit. In that, it is, hey, here is this new banner character. You are going to spend the entire patch bumming around with them specifically and not really accomplishing much else.
Yeah, that sounds like my experience with it.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, no.
It is what it is, and we don't play it currently, so we can't really say beyond what we have heard. But
the next category is best VR, and I don't play VR games.
Yeah, who cares?
Because,
let's find out when the frame comes out, and we'll see whether we care then. Doubt it.
Best action game.
Battlefield 6, Doom the Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
I haven't played most of these games, so I can't. I haven't played any of these games, actually. What am I talking about?
I don't think Hades 2 takes this one. Battlefield 6 had a big story of its resurgence as Battlefield as a brand is like, hey, this is actually really, really good, and we're like happy with it and shit. Doom the Dark Ages was apparently kind of crap compared to the other ones.
Yeah, I did not hear good things about it. I have heard very good things about Shinobi.
Yeah, it is apparently quite easy, but also fun, which
Yeah.
means it's fun. Like, just who cares if it's easy? Like, if they're not trying to be like a balls hard game, then fine. As long as it's fun, I don't care. Um, Ninja Gaiden 4, I didn't play, and I don't like the Ninja Gaiden games, so I can't judge.
Okay.
I don't know. I think Battlefield 6 will take that one, honestly.
Probably. Best Action Adventure has Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Silk Song, Indiana Jones, and Split Fiction.
This is a weird category. This is a weird genre mashup, but whatever.
Yeah. Feel like Silk Song takes this.
It is probably between Silk Song and Yotei.
Yeah. I'm feeling the need to go play Yotei now. I might pick it up later.
Best
Best
RPG,
RPG.
it's 33. It's 33.
33.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, The Outer Worlds 2 is really funny because I just found out today that it came out a month ago.
Okay. Oh,
That's how
you mean
much-
you didn't know it existed? Yeah, that's
Yes.
fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, that's out already? Oh, nobody liked it. Oh, okay.
I mean, some people, I talked to some people who liked it, but I don't know.
It didn't blow up. Apparently, there are lots of criticisms about the story from what I was reading.
Kel Surprise. Like, I know that they don't like that one writer that they fired for reasons of, I forget why, honestly. But they fired him, and then after that, all of the writing seemed to turn shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he was one of the lead writers, and then he went away, and then all of their games stopped having fun writing, or crazy writing in some circumstances. Like fucking, he was on some shit for some of those games. But yeah, Avowed is also same publisher, same developer. Yeah, Avowed is also an
I
Obsidian
haven't
game.
played it.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's good.
it is apparently just kind of Oblivion set in the Pillars of Eternity universe, and that's kind of fun, but it is not going to knock anyone's socks off.
I
Kingdom
do
Come
kinda
Deliverance
wanna-
2 is apparently amazing. And unsung.
Yes, I've heard really good things about that game. Like, unironically. It is, like, really immersive in what it lets you do and the way that it presents its world, so
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it being a role-playing game.
I can remember, like, it was a conversation of someone being like, how am I supposed to beat, like, 6 guys at once? Like, there's no way for me to, like, I can't just power through this fight with 6 bandits that just jump me. What am I supposed to do about this? Yeah, you're supposed to jump them first. You're not some God King superhero. You were a dude with a sword, and they are 6 dudes with swords. You're not winning that straight out.
Yeah. And it results in you having to use very realistic approaches to solving things, which, I mean, is... You are playing a role very convincingly, and I think that's what the category is about.
Yeah.
So...
It's still going to be Expedition 33, but come on.
Yeah.
I feel like Kingdom Come deserves some flowers for something somewhere. I don't know how.
Yeah. I agree.
Best fighting game is a fucking joke. Like, Capcom Fighting Collection is a bunch of fucking ports emulated. Fatal Fury,
Why is
City
that
of the
here?
Wolves. Yeah, that's a good question. Why is Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection here when that is the same thing, only it doesn't fucking work?
Why are there 2 collections here?
Because there weren't many fighting games. Like, in fairness,
Yeah,
they had
no.
to put Sifu in this category at one point. This is not a category that gets a lot of...
I've heard 2XKO is good.
Yeah, I've heard that is quite good. City of the Wolves seems to be the pick for the fighting game aficionados, because that is a storied brand more than anything. I think. I don't know.
I only play fighting games when my friend who's into fighting games wants to play fighting games. So that's kind of where my interest here ends.
Yeah, there's some weird picks here, and it's just a very lean category in this instance. So yeah, it's 2XKO or Fatal Fury. That is what is. It's going to be one of those.
Yeah.
Best family game. It is time for Donkey Kong to maybe get its flowers, maybe.
Here's my take on this. Mario Kart World should not win this.
Absolutely not.
I think it's either Donkey Kong Bonanza or Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
Yeah.
I've played both those games. I've enjoyed them a lot. A lot. I enjoyed my time with Racing Cross Worlds a lot more than Mario Kart World. It's a better game.
Yeah. I've seen people play Lego Party. It looks pretty neat. It is a Mario Party that does not have Mario in it and is not owned by Nintendo, so that earns points from me, unfair as they might be. Yeah. If it was my pick, it would be Cross Worlds, but I feel like I would lose that fight, and it's probably going to go to Donkey Kong.
And that's fine. Bonanza is...
Credit to the people that did great work.
Yeah, it's one of the best 3D platforms I've played, so it should get something.
Next is Sim and Strategy, Final Fantasy Tactics. People like that one. Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, The Altars, and 2 Point Museum. People fucking hated Sid Meier's Civ 7, so, that one's probably not going to win it this time.
Yeah, and I didn't play any of these games, so I'm just not going to comment.
You didn't play Final Fantasy Tactics? I would have thought you would have been on that, like, something that's on something else.
Played the original a long time ago, one of the Final Fantasy Tactics games, but I haven't touched the re-release, and I'm not really into a lot of the tactical RPGs. Like Fire Emblem, I was falling off of, and then they added some mechanics that made it a bit more immersed, like more fun for me personally. But I usually, if I play like a sim or strategy type game, I get super burnt out by the end of it, and then just not play it again for a few years.
Yeah.
As a genre.
Yeah. I don't know. I played one this year, and that was Against the Storm, which I think released last year. I'm not sure. That was fun though. That's a neat game. People should check out. Sports and racing. Crossworlds.
Crossroads.
Like, we've got 3... Oh, sorry. Only 2 entries in fucking... No, wait. I'm wrong again. That is only EA Sports FC26, and then there's F125. That is Codemasters game. Like, Codemasters is still around? Okay.
Anyway, it's Crossroads.
Mario Kart World Rematch, which is sort of a arcade football game, I think. And then Crossworlds. I think it should be Crossworlds.
It's Crossworlds.
Yeah.
Best multiplayer.
Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction. Arc Raiders probably came out too late to actually win this.
I think Peak has a good chance of winning it.
Yeah? I don't know.
Peak or Split Fiction have good chances. Battlefield 6 also does. I'm not sure if Night Rain is going to...
Yeah, I don't think it hangs. It is an interesting experiment that they're doing, and I think they did it okay. Okay. Not gonna knock the world over or anything, but, they did okay. People had
It's a game that I'd play it if I had people to play it with. But nobody wants to play it with me, so that's how it goes.
I could see Split Fiction taking this.
Yeah.
Honestly. Adaptation. Oh boy. Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell, Death Watch, Last of Us Season 2, and Until Dawn. Let's take some fucking entries out of this take one entry out of this shit. Until Dawn is not an Until Dawn adaptation. It is just a script that they had that they slapped a brand onto. It has nothing to do with the game.
Yeah, and
I have never heard of Splinter Cell Death Watch.
Me neither. No, this is the first time I heard of it.
Apparently, everyone hated Last of Us Season 2 as much as half of the audience hated Last of Us Part 2 and stopped watching after the golf game.
I think the right answer is Devil May Cry.
I disagree. I would rather a Minecraft movie take it.
Really? I've not seen the Devil May Cry show, but I heard good things about it. Is it not good?
You remember when DMC Devil May Cry was a thing and it decided to
Oh,
be like timely social commentary about like the Fox News and like Wall Street and all that sort of shit?
Yeah, the same game with the sniper rifle abortion.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Uh, Devil May Cry on Netflix is not quite to that degree, but it is basically it decides to be a commentary on the War on Terror,
Oh,
circa 2003.
oh, okay. I can see where this is going. In that case, yeah, a Minecraft movie.
Congratulations, Jack Black. Jack Black, you.
I will say I did actually see a Minecraft movie, and I mean, it doesn't take itself seriously at all.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just
a
it's
Minecraft
fine.
movie. If it did take itself seriously, it would be doing it wrong. That's what Telltale's Minecraft story mode did wrong.
Yeah, it's just a silly fun romp. It's fine if it wins. Like that's perfectly fine. It was functional. It did what it was supposed to. Um, most
Yeah.
anticipated game.
This is yeah. Okay. Let's GTA 6 is going to win it.
It's
This
gonna
is
win it.
this is a stupid category and nobody cares.
Yeah. Anyway.
Moving on.
Oh,
Content creator of the year. I don't know who half of these. No, actually, I know 3 of these 5 people. Yay me! I am plugged into the culture.
I know 3 of them as well. Probably
Yeah.
the same 3.
Yeah, it's Kai Cenat, Moist Critical, and Sakura Miko. Those are the.
Yeah.
I don't even need to ask. There's also
Hey,
Kydrel.
Kydrel and the burnt peanut.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care.
Moist Critical was in Dispatch.
Sure, I'll vote for him. He was in Dispatch. That made an impact. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
And Sakura Miko said the N word on stream like 6 fucking years ago, but I don't know what she's done recently.
And the rest of the category is just esports stuff.
Yeah, best esports game, and
I
how
don't
how is
care.
Street Fighter not on this list? Is what I would go with on that one personally. Like
Yeah, I don't care about the esports categories. I don't want to talk about them.
there is no fighting game on the esports list. How is there no? Evo is a full fucking. Anyway,
Yeah.
best esports athlete. No one cares.
Best esports team.
No one cares.
I don't care.
Player's voice is. Wow, did
Not
I
up
not
yet.
vote for? Oh, I might have, but I'm not signed in. Okay. Yeah. That is just whatever people want to win, and that's the last of the awards.
Yep. So
I am surprised to find I am not saying that Expedition 33 sweeps, but it does win the big ones.
it definitely deserves to. It is a fantastic gem of a game, and I feel like this year, like towards the latter half, really had a bunch of things just come out swinging. Like we had a slow first half of the year. It feels like,
Yep.
but
Expedition 33 dominated the conversation for about 6 months.
yeah. So we'll see.
I love the Game Awards. I know it's like everyone's like, oh, this is a stupid waste of time. Who cares about these developers like getting up on stage and wanking themselves off on camera? Like yeah. And it's not even an award show. It's all about trailers, and yeah. I feel like it's okay to have a big celebration of video games. And that's what this is. Like, celebrate the developers, celebrate the players, celebrate the games themselves, celebrate what came before and what's coming next. I love all of it.
I agree as well.
I mean, if you have someone who's just trying to say this isn't worth celebrating, I don't think that's an opinion that should generally be heeded.
I think there's a lot of very talented people who pour in years of their life to make these games. There deserves to be an event to like celebrate and give that, discussion where it should, and even just being nominated is enough for a lot of these games to now be on the radar of other people, and to spread that of being like, hey, this is a good game, you should check this out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the absence of, like, there's no E3 anymore, and I used to always look forward to E3 because it was just a big time to talk about games.
E3 was a big, like, 5-day celebration of me doing nothing but watching, like, streams of, like, Giant Bomb doing its fucking ridiculous, huge thing of getting all these guests in to talk about video games because everyone was in the same place and they could just get all of these huge figures in the industry in for interviews. And it was just fucking great to just hear people discuss games, like, just in a completely frank and uncompromising way, while also goofing off and doing stupid shit.
Yeah, it was a great time, and the closest thing we have to that now is the Game Awards.
There's the Game Awards and there's Summer Game Fest, and let's be honest, Summer Game Fest kind of sucks. It just does. It kind of sucks.
Yeah. So.
I look forward to it. I think December 11th, I think, is when it happens. I'm looking forward to it. I will consider getting takeout for once because I have not done that in a while because of health reasons. But, you know, sometimes you treat yourself. And just, like, relaxing, having a good time, shooting the shit with people. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so round 1 for the Player's Voice opens up literally tomorrow.
As of recording.
From when we're recording this. As we're recording, yes. So we'll see it gets in. It's been very weird this year because I've just not been, like, in the know of games that are coming out and other things. This is why, like, Ghost of Yote comes out and it doesn't even register to me until, like, a month passed since it's been out.
I mean, in fairness, most of the year there hasn't been much. And then, like you say, everything just gets shotgunned into people's faces. And it happened to be at a time when you were very, very, very busy. So, you know.
Yeah. Like, everything's coming out. It's like, I'm working a full-time job. I don't have time for this. My winter break is going to be full of catch up on things. Because as it is now, I have literally a few weeks of teaching. And after that few weeks is up, I get 3 weeks of not having children in my classroom. So 2 weeks of those are a break. The last week is professional development. So, I mean, still, but no children in my classroom.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I think that's an episode. We don't have to do the Patreon because it's like just before December.
Yeah, we'll do it next time.
Technically, we're in December in my time, but you know. Yeah. So that's an episode. Thanks for listening, everybody, to us ramble about the Game Awards and other stuff that I have already forgotten, unfortunately, including the things that I talk about. Yeah. So, yeah. Yay, Expedition 33. It's a really, really good game, and everyone should play it. Go play it.
I'm gonna go check the sales on Steam.
Yeah, they have a Black Friday sale, which is weird, but you know.
Yeah, Cyber Monday technically, but yeah.
No, it's still just the Black Friday. They're not doing that stupid, like, nebulous bullshit of separating it into different things. It's just Black Friday until December 2nd.
Cool. I'm gonna go buy some games.
Yeah. So yeah. Good luck, have Batman. I've forgotten what I was doing. I just bye.
Bye.
Links in Discord.
Until next time.
Discord and description. Patreon. Links to things in the description.